we're here in this class. We take for granted the fact that we're in college and that we are here and that some people out there aren't as lucky. When you were younger, you probably had a dream. Maybe it was to become the next Michael Jordan or like the next Michael Jackson. I don't know. But we all had a dream, that's the point. And some of us here, we joke around all the time saying, oh, we go to PBCC, it's not really a college, it's just like high school, 13th grade. But I just want to stop you for 5 minutes and ask you to put yourself in these two people's shoes that their whole dream is to go to a college. This is Jessica Collado. She's 21 years old. She's a student at Kennesaw State University. She was pulled over by the cops in her university a couple of months ago, and she didn't have a driver's license. So she was arrested, like you should. And once she was in the prison, they found out she was an illegal immigrant. She was here illegally, and she was going to college. And she faces deportation after she graduates to go back to a country she never knew. She moved here from Mexico when she was 10 years old. Her whole life, her 11 years of her life, she's lived here. She doesn't know anybody there. That's all she has is people here, and this is where she lives. Another person, this one's more like, wow. Eric Balderas. He's a Harvard student, got a full ride to Harvard. Valedictorian of his high school, a biology major. He was trying to get on a plane back to Boston after visiting his mother in San Antonio, and the immigration stopped him at the airport for no reason, and they found out he was illegal. He too is facing deportation, but he's been here since he was 4 years old. 4 years old. That's crazy. Now, according to the legallanguageservices.com, over 65,000 undocumented students graduate from a U.S. high school. Almost all can't go to a college, can't go to university because they can't afford it, and that they don't have the papers, they don't have the money, because you got to pay, if you do get in, the lucky ones who do get in, have to pay out-of-state tuition, which is ridiculous. And the ones that do get in, they have to work very hard, and knowing that all the money that they receive is going to pay college. They've been through all these hard times already, and they have to go to college because they want to get a better education, but they can't. Is it really fair that students that want to get a higher education are rejected and from getting education that every other American has a choice of getting? Is it fair that these young people are held accountable for their parents' crimes and misdeeds when they didn't have a choice? And that's what the DREAM Act is all about. What is the DREAM Act? The DREAM Act, the bill, the DREAM Act is a piece of legislation that would give illegal immigrants who entered the U.S. before the age of 16 a shot at U.S. citizenship. Now, it's not an easy thing. It's not just, oh, you get it because you come here when you're 16. You have to earn your citizenship all the way through, as Senator Dick Durbin says. You have to earn it the whole way through. There's no gimmicks. There's no, oh, you'll get it. No, you have to earn it. To earn the DREAM Act, to be part of the DREAM Act, there's 4 basic requirements you need. One, you must have entered the U.S. before age of 16. You must have graduated a high school in the United States. You must be of good moral character, which means you have to have no sort of criminal record. None whatsoever. No stops, no nothing. And the 4th one is you must have at least 5 years continuous stay in the United States. Once you've met these criteria, you'll then be allowed to stay here in a 6-year plan, sort of, in a way. Either in those 6 years, you have a choice of doing one or two things. One, get a 2-year degree from a college, like many kids get the AA, get that. Or 2, serve the United States military for 2 years. As Senator Durbin also has said, that many of these kids, many undocumented young people, want to serve in the United States Army, but they can't. They're willing to risk their lives, and we say no to them because they're illegal. Now, the DREAM Act isn't a freebie that just Democrats want to give out because they want to be popular among the Hispanic community. No, the DREAM Act is completely up to the person. The person has the opportunity of applying for it. The person has to get the 2-year degree or go to college or go to the military for 2 years. It's none of these, oh, let's just do it, it's that. No, you got to work hard for it. And for illegal immigrants that are dreaming of a piece of legislation like this to come through, they become just that. They become dreamers. They dream of a day like they can go out and go to school or serve in the army of the country they've loved and the only country they've ever known. And stories like Jessica's and Eric's are one or two of many of thousands of stories upon stories. There's a website only for these people called usdreamers.org. And all they do there is they have stories of these kids and what they go through. And some of these kids go through some crazy things that I wish none of you guys have ever have to go through. But in summary, passing the DREAM Act would stop the punishment of young people who come to this country illegally because of their parents. It may many come here when they're still very young and have no other place to call home. The DREAM Act will be a positive effect not only to the people involved, but to the United States as a whole. Thank you.